All right, so let me just make sure. All right, so here's a video walking through the Google My Business situation, which includes the photos question that Carol's been asking about, who sees the photos and how, and a lot of the other issues that are centered around that. So we're talking about Google My Business, which is over here. This is the back end of your business's interface with Google Maps. You're listing on Google Maps, and you're listing in the Google search panel on the side, by which I mean right over here, this business. So first, I just want to talk quickly about the results for Rincon del Rio, which have improved a lot over the past couple years, however long. First thing to notice is that we dominate all the results. We control all of these top 10 results. Oh, this is interesting. Manta used to be in there, which was it's one of those directories. It was number 10. I wonder what bumped up. I think maybe the YouTube channel bumped up. But yeah, Google is just loving you. There used to be a Nevada County official report on like the environmental impact report or something used to be here for years. It was stuck as like your third or fourth result. And they ditched it. And now it's just all you and all properties that we control, which is that's the ideal of Google results. On top of that, there's all these videos. Greg Watley's got bumped up a little bit because I took down those videos that have the 2019s, and I'm uploading them, so they have to get kind of re-popular. You'll see this is the one that just came up, and it's back in the listings already, so that's a good sign. All the rest of them, I believe. Oh, man. All right, well, we're going to have to bump this one out, too. This used to be all your videos, but like I said, I took down a few of the ones that had 2019, and I got to put them back up. So, maybe it's because I scanned so far over. But yeah, you can see. My bad. Let me start fresh, make sure I'm not polluting the results here. All right, so first 3, next 3, and then it starts. It's the races. That's a user submitted one, and then you get the next 3. And no, I could. Yeah, that other place is gone again. They used to be also part of these top 10 results, is the Rincon del Rio in South America or wherever it is. Sorry, I just fixed my mic. So that's good news. And again, the videos we dominate, and it's just really 100% focused on Rincon del Rio and almost 100% under our control, which is a sweet position to be in. So this is the Google My Business panel over here. Here are the products, which is the newest edition. I mean, you've seen most of this stuff. There's the map, there's photos, and that's one way that people get to photos is they just click this thing right here that says see photos, and they dig around, and that pops up like a photo browsing interface. And your most popular pictures are probably presented towards the top. I know this is one of the most popular ones, and this also is. So I think it's winners winning kind of a situation in terms of why some of these are the most popular. But then you'll see these are new. This is the memory care one that you got that email about, which got 100 views. This is one of the recent houses, which you got an email about that got 50 views. And a lot of these are, just the older videos that have been on there for a while. There's some newer ones of the farm. That one I should take down. That looks blurry. Some of these are ones I submitted about a month or 2 ago when we talked about it, and others have been on for a while. And this is how people are seeing them. And I'm assuming that maybe just, if someone scrolls down like this, it's counted as a view. It's a pretty large version of the picture, so they probably consider all of these to be a view right now. All me scrolling through all this probably counts as a view of all these pictures. So that might amp up the numbers a little, artificially. Though, I'm viewing them, so I don't know if it really is considered artificial. And then videos, it's got a couple of our videos. It does not have the most recent one, which is curious. I uploaded it, and it's not there, so I have to dig into that. I uploaded it specifically to Google My Business, and it's not showing there, so I'm not sure what's up with that. But all right, back to products. View all. And you'll see these are the 7 different housing types. And this is really sweet. You can see right here, there's a link to the phone. So there's a phone number if someone wants to call it, by hand. But also, if they're on their phone or whatever, they click on this, and it's going to dial that number straight off. And if I'm not mistaken, yeah, it's at the top of each of the housing listings. So this is really a pretty sweet product page in terms of trying to guide people there, We can add prices to these, which I talked to Aubrey about, and I think we probably should. It'll help, weed people out and guide people towards, what they should be understanding about where the project sits in terms of income and all, and costs and all that. And then this learn more button goes to the page on our website for this item. Now, one exception to that, which was, I think, memory care, where I just link to the housing page, because the memory care page is we have all the text, all this text right here is on the page that they would click to. So I just send them right to all of our housing options from here. So why do people see those pictures so much? Part of it is, for a little while, these went away. Right down here, right in this neighborhood somewhere, there was recent photos. And it went away just very recently. Like the last time I looked at this, I think the recent photos were still here. And they're big. They were filled up like a big panel right here. And it showed the memory care thing. And it showed, I want to say, like the woman stretching, the two men doing like yoga or whatever, was the next one. So those were showing up right here. And that's another reason probably that they got a lot of views. And I don't know if those are counted as views, if it just shows up in this little box right here, if that counts as a view, or if someone has to click on it to count it as a view. I can't say for sure. I'll look into it a little more. But that's how people are viewing those photos. Main ways. Featured down here in a little recent photos thing, or they're clicking on the product and they're viewing the photo, or they're clicking up here and they're seeing the photos. And then Google is just, rewarding the ones that are getting seen. And so that's how a certain photo might kind of get what seems like a weird amount of views, all of a sudden for whatever reason. Because Google is kind of featuring it a little bit, I think. And then, if it does well, it gets rewarded and gets shown more. So some places we want to fill in are question and answers. Something that doesn't show up on here, which I've talked to Aubrey about a little bit, and I think I talked to Carol about, is services. So on the back end, we have, products, which I've already filled in, and then services, which I've somewhat filled in. And this seems to only show up on the mobile version of Google My Business. I couldn't find it over here. And maybe you got to dig around and you end up there, but I don't see it. But when you go to the mobile, services is one of the tabs that's up at the top. Products, services, videos, photos, all that sort of thing, reviews. And so I'm starting to fill in the services. Even if it doesn't show up, it tells Google that these are features of our business, and it gives more keywords, and it just lets Google know more about our profile and what we have available. So that if someone searches, for example, senior community with equestrian trails, we've got it right here. Equestrian and walking trails should help Google kind of put the pieces together, So I'm going through. I already went through and grabbed a lot of the services off the website. I'm going to grab a complete list. Now the catch is, the only services I saw listed on the website, or on the mobile version of this, were the ones that I had listed a price of free, which to me is included. Google only offers free, fixed price, or from, meaning like from this number and up kind of thing. And so the ones that are no price, they don't show up in the list of services. So I'm putting free on. I want to put free on as many as we can, just to give people a sense of all the things that are included. If you live here, you won't have to pay extra for these things. These are part of the deal of living at Rincon del Rio, so that when they click on that tab in their phone, they see something. They see a whole list instead of nothing, or instead of just a couple little things. I want them to see a big fat list of things that makes them go, oh wow, this place is great. So that's the thing behind services, products, photos. Reviews we'll talk about more, but we do need to get more reviews. That's, I don't really need to point that out here, but that's here. And we want to get user submitted photos. I'm talking to Aubrey about both of those things. So that is the main gist behind the Google My Business situation. We really want to fill it all out, because Google's goal is they don't want anybody clicking on any of these results really anymore. They want someone to search for Rincon del Rio and take care of everything right here. without even moving. They want you to click on this video and just watch that. They want you to click here, see some photos, and even if to get to the website, they'd rather use this link because they want everything in the Google universe tracked and all that. And they want you to just use this phone number, see the business hours, which, by the way, I just changed. They haven't updated on the public thing, but I changed it to Monday through Friday, 10 to 2, as per Aubrey's suggestion. But yeah, Google they want everything to happen here, which is why they're providing all these options, and we should use all these options. Another nice thing that you can see is not only do we dominate these top 10 results, but we now have a Google My Business box, and that's partly because I opened the hours, but that is bigger than the search results. So this is a big, huge profile that Google's giving us. It used to just be about this big. It used to just be about right here, that your Google, little sidebar was. And because we're playing with it and finessing it and we're playing ball with Google, they are giving us more and more opportunities to expand it, and I want to take every opportunity that they offer us. And that's the Google My Business story for the most part. Part 1 or whatever so far.